So to all of you Black women who are looking for a white man, you've been asking me how you can meet a white man since we started this channel. A lot of you have sent me messages on Instagram asking me, Veru, can you hook me up with Ted's brother? Does Ted have a cousin? Does Ted have any friends you can hook me up with? Listen, this video is for you. We have so much to tell you about how you can find your white husband or your significant other.
So what worked for us, our success story, we met on an interracial dating website.
Yes.
Now, I had been on a few other online dating websites, not interracial specific, before I joined this particular interracial dating website. And unsurprisingly, I didn't have a whole lot of luck on the other sites. Why? I was looking for a Black woman. And so you Black women looking for white men, there are white men looking for you on this interracial dating website. I was there. And there are other men like me on this website right now. As a matter of fact, this is the #1 interracial dating website in the world. They have over 2 million likes on their social media platform, tons of testimonials and success stories. As a matter of fact, we actually typed up our success story for this dating website. And one of the main compelling reasons why we did this was because they were offering a $100 gift card to Amazon. And, you know, as a newlywed couple, you know, we wanted money. Yeah. We wanted Amazon gift cards. We needed a little bit of help starting, like so many newlywed couples do. But for whatever reason, maybe it slipped through the cracks or whatever, but
we still didn't get our Amazon gift card.
We never got the Amazon gift card. And this is not meant to be a slam against this site. Actually, we have nothing but great things to say about this interracial dating website. When you have your success on this site, go ahead, fill out your story, and maybe you'll get the $100 gift card from Amazon.
But the beautiful thing about this is that whether it's a $20 Amazon gift card or $30 Amazon gift card, whatever the amount is, that doesn't really matter. As long as you can meet your soulmate on this website.
Absolutely.
They are truly incredible. When I first joined the site, I had come out of a relationship. I didn't know what I was doing. I was lost. One day I was at work. I was having a conversation with a coworker, and we're talking about preferences right now, and I'm like, you know, I'm dating people of my own race and it didn't really work out. Maybe I want to try a different race. And I have dated someone of Ted's race before, you know, and that relationship went okay, but it wasn't really a full-blown relationship. So I wouldn't even consider that. And so when I was telling this coworker that, you know what, I want to open my preferences. I want to try something else. I want to try a different race. Listen, preferences are okay. It's okay to love someone outside of your race. It's completely 100% okay.
Well, you told me that you always kind of found white men attractive.
I did find
even as a little girl, right?
Oh yeah, I did find white men attractive, but mostly my entire life I dated Black guys. I've dated Black guys since the time I started dating at the age of 16. Every single person I was with was Black, and so during this conversation with this coworker, it was just jovial conversation. You know what? I want to try someone of a different race and something like that. Mind you me, as soon as I finished that conversation, have you ever experienced a thing where when you're having a conversation with someone, you feel like your phone is listening to you? So after that conversation with that person, I went on my Facebook. The very first thing that popped out on my Facebook was the interracial dating website that we are about to talk about. That particular
overt
website
marketing
was on there, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Is my phone listening to me? Is Mark Zuckerberg listening to me? So I took a step back and I'm like, oh, maybe this is a sign from God. So I went on there, I signed up, I know. After I signed up, I was looking through, I'm like, oh man, I love what I see. I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? It was really fun and stuff. But then they were like, oh, you got to pay if you want to like have a conversation with somebody.
That's right. So it's free to sign up.
It's free to sign up.
You can sign up and browse.
Yeah.
And you'll see all these different white men that you're attracted to. You'll be able to read their profiles and kind of get an idea if that's what you're looking for. And then if you actually want to send the first message, you'll have to sign up for a premium membership. I think the month starts around $29.95 or something like that. And you can go for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and you know, it just goes up on a tier from there. But whatever you think you need, it's well worth it. I mean, do I regret signing up for this website? Absolutely not. I mean,
how can you regret?
You can't put a price tag on this. Like, I mean, we're talking about
silly,
priceless
priceless merchandise.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so when I signed up for it, I actually paid for it. And I remember I didn't have money. So I started browsing. Okay, I met somebody. We went out for coffee. The person lived in my area. First of all, I didn't like that. When I first found out the person lived in my area, I didn't like it. I'm like,
Why not?
Because
You needed someone to fly across the country for you like I did?
No, I wanted the person I wanted the person to be like in DC because I lived in Maryland. So I wanted the person to be at least in DC or a different neighborhood. But the person
You were looking for someone in the White House to message you.
No.
That's-
that would have also been nice. But I was looking for someone at least that I could move a distance to, or the person could come a distance to me. That person lived in my neighborhood. And I'm like, I know the guys in my neighborhood. I don't mess with them like that, you know. But this guy had never seen him before, and he lived in my neighborhood. So we met, went for lunch, and then he talked about his problems the whole time. I listened after I talked about my problem. I'm like, this is.
We have too many problems together.
No,
And we haven't even started yet.
No, I'm like, this isn't it. I got too much to carry. I can carry yours.
So how long did it take before you came across my profile? Because actually she found me.
Yes, I found
I
it.
didn't find her. Now, if I had found her, you better believe I would have been sending her a message.
Are you sure?
But she found me first, and she actually reached out to me
Yes.
with this little coffee cup emoji.
This is a real call. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So the next day, I was online browsing again, and I come across this profile of this guy, and I'm like, oh, he seems interesting. There was some type of connection that I felt from him, but I wasn't sure. But in a picture, he was with his niece and his nephew, I believe, was also next to him.
Yeah.
My mind didn't even think that he was their dad. I think God didn't want me to see him in that limelight. You know what I mean? Not that I will not be with a guy who has children. Not that at all. I will be.
Just be honest with him. I was such a hunk in this photo that you didn't care one way or the other. You were gonna have that dude.
You see my eye roll? You see my eye roll? He was a hunk, but he wasn't all that of a hunk. He's like a hunk, you know, if that's how you say it. He wasn't all that of a hunk, but he was a hunk though. He looked very handsome. He had a very nice haircut. He was wearing this green sweater, and he looked very at home, you know. He was standing at the park, and I like that type of vibe, you know. So I was like, let me see. So I sent him a coffee emoji.
Yeah. Kind of like, hey, let's hang, let's have coffee. Did you realize that I was in Oregon at the time, or did you just like send the coffee?
No, I saw that you were in
It's a little bit difficult to meet up for Starbucks when you live on the opposite side of the country.
You know what? I know that I'm worth traveling miles for.
As the plane ticket that I purchased shortly after we started talking evidenced.
I know what I'm worth. And so even if the person lived in Germany and I send them a coffee emoji, not being prideful, but I am a daughter of a king, the king of glory. So I knew that no matter where you were going to get on that plane and you were going to come and meet me.
I did.
And you were going to shower me with love.
Well, my first reaction when I saw her photo was I was just like, wow. You know, because normally like the guy would have to maybe make the first move, and her making the first move, it was just sort of like, boy, this was easy. Because I mean, she's like incredibly stunning, and she's already reaching out to me. So I thought this was just in the bag. Now, obviously in our last video, we revealed to you that it really wasn't quite as in the bag as I thought, but go check that video out if you haven't seen it. But the point is, I actually stepped back a little bit though, only because of her location. She was in Maryland, I was in Oregon, and in case you don't know, that's a difference of about 2,300 miles. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, she's worth, you know, traveling to Mars for if necessary, but still, you know, I was like, man, talk about that's long distance. So I actually didn't respond to her for maybe 3 or 4 days. Yeah, I resisted. You know, I would look at her picture every day and I'd be like,
wow, you are?
Should I? You know, my fingers shaking over the reply button. But I eventually ended up talking to my sister, and I was just sort of like, you know, just because I send a message to somebody, even if they live way out of the area, that doesn't mean that I'm automatically committed, right? We can just maybe be friends, chat, see where it goes. You know, it's not like I'm beholden just because I said hello, right? And my sister was like, oh yeah, just relax. Just enjoy yourself and get to know people. Well, I couldn't wait to get home after we had this conversation because she just inspired me and filled me with all this confidence. So the instant I got home, I jumped on this interracial dating website, messaged her back. I said, hey, where can we meet up for coffee? And we started talking on the website and quickly exchanged numbers. And then we were text only for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't very long after that, maybe about, what was it, almost a week?
Yeah, it was like a week.
It wasn't very long, but we were getting to know each other with texts and little emojis and the little cute gifts, you know,
Yeah.
that you can send each other. And then eventually we did our first phone call,
And everything
and the
went
phone
well.
call went to FaceTime,
Mhm.
and the FaceTime went to my purchasing a plane ticket,
Mhm.
and our first meeting, our first date. Yeah,
And on that note, we want to actually let you know the website. We need to tell you exactly which website we met
it's
on.
time.
It's time.
We've made you wait long enough.
Yes.
So we met on interracialdatingcentral.com.
Yes.
Now, right now they're web only,
Mhm.
but very, very, very soon they're going to be releasing their
An
first
app.
app. There's never been a better time to join than right now,
Yeah.
because pretty soon you're going to be able to have the convenience of even using an app.
Yeah.
And honestly, this website is the best interracial dating website ever. And I would even go so far as to say it's the best dating
Mhm.
website ever, period. But of course I would say that because,
You know, we met on there.
we
you
met
know,
on there.
And everyone's story and everyone's journey is different. So don't be
Yeah.
discouraged if you go on the website and you feel like, oh, I'm not really connecting. Perhaps you are meant to meet somebody physically.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's journey is completely different. And just because it worked for somebody doesn't mean that it will also work for the next person. But we have faith in it and we've seen the testimonies. So many people speak so highly of it. So you might meet somebody, especially if you set up your profile the way you need to set it up.
Absolutely.
Which we actually have a video on how you can set up your profile. You can click on the link right above here to check that out, because setting up your profile is so important.
It's key.
And it's the key on how
Yeah.
you can connect with somebody. If you meet somebody, let us know.
We want your success stories.
We want your success story. Woo! We are so excited for you.
See you next time.
See you next time, everyone.